Hello, welcome to today's class. We're going to be talking about false imprisonment. What exactly is that? False imprisonment is the total restraint of the liberty of a person, however short a time without lawful justification or excuse. So there's no justification to do it. And it's a trespass committed by one man against another, unlawfully arresting them, detaining them without any legal authority. And it consists of the imposition of a restraint for some period, no matter how short it is, upon the liberty of another without sufficient legal authority. That restraint can either be physical or by mere show of authority. Actual contact is not necessary. So you can hold somebody without actually physically touching them. Detaining the person, not letting them leave. In order to constitute false imprisonment, the detention is necessary. So if they're able to leave, if they feel that they can't, but they are able to, that's a whole different story. Duration of the detention doesn't matter. Actual or constructive, every confinement of the person is an imprisonment, whether it's in a common prison, a private house, just by forcibly detaining anyone, even in the public streets. A prison may have its boundaries, large or narrow, invisible, tangible, actual or real, or just in conception only. It may be in itself movable or fixed without lawful justification of excuse. So the defense, police may arrest without a warrant. A private individual can also arrest without a warrant, but there has to be a reason. You can't just tell somebody they're under citizen's arrest. You can't just arrest somebody without probable cause. So there's times that people feel that they can detain somebody, keep them held kind of like hostage. But if you're able to leave, like if I lock you in the bathroom and tell you not to leave, but you can get out that window, you're able to get out. However, if it's like in a high rise and it's not possible, that's a different story. So false imprisonment, you can't just hold somebody against their will. And it's illegal and it gets a little confusing when sometimes people say that they were held against their will. Let's say, I don't know, my husband told me not to leave the house, or he'd get really angry at me or beat me or something like that. But he went to work and I can get out is different than him holding a gun to my head and chaining me to the house. So for false imprisonment to be illegal, you have to make sure that they are confined, but it doesn't matter how long. So if it's even just for a few minutes, or if you're held against your will illegally for long periods of time. So false imprisonment is a little confusing at times, but it's pretty simple at the same time. So definitely be careful with citizens arrests. Sometimes people think that they can do those and they're not quite legal. So there has to be a reason. And if they are able to leave, though, they can't plead that they were held against their will if they have a chance to escape. So let me know what you think about the video on how the prisoners got released, because that's happens more often than sometimes we think, where people need some of the advances, whether it's DNA or a review and appeals process, can really make a difference on somebody's sentence. And it's sad. We do try never to hold somebody in prison under false convictions, but it does happen. And that's what's so exciting about criminal justice, is by doing research at the science behind everything. And there's been so many advances, computer records, the fingerprints, that there's people being reviewed and actually getting out of their sentences.